Have you ever wondered why some ordinary-looking river rocks are worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Most people assume all valuable diamonds and gemstones have already been discovered. The truth is very different. Every year, rivers continue to reveal gemstones that have been hidden for millions of years. The challenge isn't whether they're still out there. The challenge is knowing where to look, and even more importantly, knowing what you're looking at. Today, you'll learn the geological clues that experienced prospectors use to search rivers for diamonds and other valuable gemstones. Because the biggest mistake isn't failing to find a gemstone, it's walking right past one without recognizing it. Many people believe diamonds are found only inside mines. That's only part of the story. Many diamonds have already been released from their original source rocks. Over millions of years, rain, rivers, and erosion carried them downstream. Today, they rest inside gravel bars, stream beds, and river sediments known as alluvial deposits. These deposits exist in many parts of the world. Some have been searched for generations. Others remain almost untouched. That means the right knowledge can be far more valuable than expensive equipment. Before searching any river, you first need to understand one simple question. Where do diamonds come from? Diamonds don't form near Earth's surface. They begin more than 160 kilometers underground. Their carbon is exposed to enormous pressure and extremely high temperatures for millions and often billions of years. Under those conditions, carbon atoms lock together into one of nature's strongest crystal structures. The result is a diamond. Most diamonds are colorless, but tiny amounts of other elements can create yellow, blue, green, pink, brown, or even rare red diamonds. Eventually, violent volcanic eruptions transport these crystals toward the surface. They travel inside a special volcanic rock called kimberlite. Without kimberlite eruptions, most diamonds would remain buried forever. But the journey doesn't end there. Once exposed at the surface, kimberlite slowly breaks apart. Rain, wind, temperature changes, and flowing water gradually destroy the host rock. The diamonds survive because they are incredibly hard. As erosion continues, rivers carry them downstream. Eventually, they settle among heavy gravel on riverbeds. This is why many prospectors search rivers instead of digging deep mines. Nature has already done much of the hard work. Of course, finding a diamond is never guaranteed, but understanding this geological process greatly improves your chances. History proves that valuable discoveries sometimes happen when people least expect them. One remarkable example involved a young girl in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. While playing near mining waste, she noticed an unusual yellow stone. It didn't sparkle like jewelry. It simply looked different. She brought it home. Her family assumed it was nothing more than an interesting rock. Later, it was sold for a very small amount. Only after experts examined it did they realize the truth. The stone was an enormous rough yellow diamond weighing about 890 carats. After cutting and polishing, it became one of the world's largest yellow diamonds. Eventually, it sold for millions of dollars. Stories like this remind us that rough diamonds rarely resemble polished jewelry. Most appear dull. Some look surprisingly ordinary. That's why knowledge matters far more than luck. Another common misunderstanding is that every diamond is valuable enough for fine jewelry. In reality, only a small percentage of mined diamonds have gem quality. Many are used for industrial purposes because of their exceptional hardness. Even so, industrial diamonds still have value. Finding any diamond suggests the surrounding geology may contain more, and perhaps better quality stones. So how can you recognize a rough diamond? The most common natural crystal shape is the octahedron. It has 8 triangular faces. Some diamonds form as dodecahedrons with 12 faces. Others grow together as twin crystals, producing irregular shapes. Diamonds transported by rivers often lose their sharp edges. After tumbling through gravel for thousands of years, they become smoother and more rounded. This explains why river diamonds can look very different from freshly mined crystals. Their appearance changes. Their composition does not. Understanding river geology is just as important as recognizing gemstones. Fast-moving water constantly sorts material by size and weight. Lighter sand travels farther downstream. Heavier minerals settle wherever water loses energy. That includes inside cracks in bedrock, behind large boulders, along inside river bends, and in coarse gravel deposits. These natural traps often collect heavy minerals together: gold, garnet, magnetite, and sometimes diamonds. Learning to recognize these concentration zones can dramatically improve where you search. But diamonds aren't the only valuable stones rivers can hide. Topaz sometimes survives river transport because of its hardness. Although it can resemble quartz, it usually feels noticeably heavier for its size. Garnets are another excellent indicator. Their deep red color and relatively high density make them easier to recognize once you know what to look for. Rubies and sapphires also survive erosion extremely well. Both belong to the mineral corundum. The only difference between them is color. Red varieties are rubies. Every other color is classified as sapphire, because corundum ranks just below diamond in hardness. These gemstones often remain intact even after traveling long distances in rivers. Experienced prospectors know something important. They don't search randomly. They study geology first. They look for ancient volcanic regions, old mountain belts, historic mining districts, and river systems capable of transporting heavy minerals. Every successful discovery begins with understanding how nature moves valuable stones. The river is not hiding treasures at random. It follows geological rules, and once you understand those rules, the landscape begins telling its own story. Now that you understand how rivers collect valuable gemstones, the next question is simple. How do you recognize one before everyone else walks past it? The first rule is surprisingly easy. Forget everything you've seen in jewelry stores. Gemstones found in nature rarely look polished. Most are rough, some are dull. Others are partly covered by dirt, clay, or iron staining. That ordinary-looking rock could still contain something valuable. This is exactly why experienced prospectors inspect stones differently from casual hikers. They aren't searching for beauty, they're searching for geological clues. One of the simplest clues is weight. Many valuable gemstones are denser than ordinary river rocks. If two stones are about the same size, but one feels noticeably heavier, don't ignore it. Topaz, garnet, and several other gemstones have a much higher density than common quartz. That extra weight is often your first indication that a closer inspection is worthwhile. Hardness is another powerful clue. Diamonds rank 10 on the Mohs hardness scale. Rubies and sapphires rank 9, topaz ranks 8, quartz ranks 7. Because of this, valuable gemstones usually resist scratches far better than common minerals. If an ordinary steel blade easily scratches a stone, it probably isn't a diamond, ruby, or sapphire. But remember, never rely on a single test alone. Always combine several observations before reaching a conclusion. Color can also help, but it should never be your only guide. Many common minerals display attractive colors. Likewise, valuable gemstones often appear much less impressive in their natural state. For example, amethyst is a purple variety of quartz that sometimes reaches rivers after weathering from volcanic rocks. Water gradually rounds its edges. Mud may completely hide its color. Simply washing the stone can reveal details you never noticed before. The same principle applies to many gemstones. A small spray bottle filled with clean water is one of the simplest tools any prospector can carry. Wet stones display their true colors far better than dry ones. Sometimes that single step reveals a gemstone everyone else overlooked. Location matters just as much as identification. Don't search every part of a river equally. Heavy gemstones settle where flowing water slows down. Look behind large boulders, inside cracks in exposed bedrock, along the inside bends of rivers, and within coarse gravel deposits. These natural traps collect dense materials over thousands of years. Professional prospectors spend far more time choosing the right location than actually digging. Knowledge saves effort. One useful tool is a classifier screen. It separates large rocks from smaller gravel. This makes searching much faster. A gold pan is equally valuable. Although designed for gold prospecting, it also concentrates heavy minerals that may include garnets, sapphires, or even diamonds. A small hand shovel, rubber boots, a magnifying loupe, and a notebook for recording promising locations are often enough for beginners. Expensive equipment comes later. Experience comes first. Eventually, you'll find unusual stones. When that happens, stay patient. Many people become excited too quickly. Others throw potentially valuable specimens away. Neither approach is wise. Instead, perform a few simple observations. Does the stone feel unusually heavy? Does it resist scratching? Does it display natural crystal faces? Does it show a glassy or greasy luster? Does it remain attractive after washing? Each answer adds another piece to the puzzle. If you believe you found a rough diamond, there are several basic checks you can perform. One involves fogging the stone with your breath. Diamonds disperse heat extremely well. The fog usually disappears almost immediately. Another observation involves transparency. Because diamonds bend light so strongly, printed letters are generally difficult to read through a properly cut stone. However, these simple tests are not definitive. Many diamond simulants can produce confusing results. Only professional examination can provide certainty. That brings us to one of the biggest mistakes beginners make: selling too quickly. Throughout history, countless people have sold valuable gemstones without understanding what they owned. Unscrupulous buyers sometimes take advantage of inexperienced sellers. If you're uncertain about a specimen, don't rush. Seek an independent opinion from a qualified gemologist. Professional testing can identify the stone, evaluate its quality, and estimate its market value. That small investment may protect you from losing thousands of dollars. It's also important to remember that not every valuable discovery is a diamond. Rivers can contain garnets, topaz, amethyst, rubies, sapphires, tourmaline, spinel, and many other collectible minerals. Some may never reach auction houses, but they can still hold significant scientific, collector, or commercial value. Never discard an unfamiliar stone simply because it failed one identification test. Nature is full of surprises. The best prospectors remain curious. They observe carefully, they keep learning, and they understand that geology rewards patience far more often than luck. Every river tells a story. Each gravel bar records millions of years of erosion. Each heavy mineral reveals something about the mountains upstream. When you learn to read those geological clues, the landscape begins guiding your search. Will every trip produce a valuable gemstone? Of course not. Prospecting has never been about guaranteed riches. It's about improving your odds through knowledge, observation, and persistence. Sometimes you'll return home with nothing more than ordinary rocks. Other times, one unusual stone may completely change the outcome of the day. perhaps even your life. The next time you stand beside a river, don't just admire the scenery. Look at the gravel, study the bedrock, watch how the current moves. Because beneath those ordinary stones, nature may still be protecting one extraordinary discovery. And the person who recognizes it could be you.